All right, I'm gonna start this bitch off. So the title of the video is, well, not video, but the title is obviously is Kodak Black, the top 5 rapper currently in the game. Now I'm probably the only one that's feel like he is, but I can make a strong case for that. My strong case is when he dropped this album Back for Everything, I feel like that builded up his yearly momentum since he got out of jail, getting pardoned by Trump. Because I ain't gonna lie, he been on fire since he got pardoned out. He dropped what, Haitian Boy Kodak. Then he dropped Happy Birthday Kodak, and like niggas was still sleeping on him at the time until he dropped Super Gremlin. Now Super Gremlin took him to the next level personally, because that's still like a top Billboard song out right now. So that was his momentum to then come out with Back for Everything. And I feel like he's a more on-demand artist compared to other people that's in the rap game. Now, Gunna was that at one point, but he got locked up. So I don't really like if you get locked up.
And then plus, I think Gunna album was not to make it up, but I don't think his album was all that either. So
yeah, it was definitely some. Gunna album was different from like all the other shit I heard about him, but I personally fucked with it. But it's just like he had his momentum for like the first 3 months, and then it was kind of.
You talking about
Gunna?
No, not my fault. You talking about this like most recent project?
Yeah. And it kind of like died down a little bit once he started like fucking with Chloe and shit like that. Then once he got locked, I was like, yeah, that shit probably changed up right there. But back to Kodak. So I feel like he been on like a lot of features from top artists. He was on Future latest album. He was on Kendrick's album. He did the little Palm, and he was on Silent Hill. And Silent Hill, one of the best songs on there. And he was on No Cap's album. So I've been seeing Kodak Black named a lot, and he's getting that recognition that he deserved. But I just feel like when they come out with a top 5 list, or if anyone's talking about it, nobody don't say Kodak Black name. And
I feel the same way though. I feel like Kodak top 5, his influence and all that is nobody, I don't think, got a bigger influence than that man since he was 16 years old. You feel me?
Yeah.
Other than Chief Keef or something.
Like
exactly. His influence.
Top 5 of them.
Yeah. His influence is heavy. That is a big important part. So
felt like his run when he got out of jail, I agree with everything you said. His run when he got out of jail was one of the biggest. You feel me? He dropped that Feeling Peachy shit.
Exactly.
Happy Birthday what was that one? Not the one Back for Everything, but the one you said.
Oh, it was Haitian Boy Kodak. Then dropped Happy Birthday Kodak.
HBK, Haitian Boy Kodak. That one was solid. I felt like he right up there for real. I can't name nobody other than like Young Boy, Dirt, and Baby that's higher than him for real right now.
Right. And all right, so now I'm gonna do a round table and like basically you dive into like the questions that I'm gonna ask. So like I'll start off with you first, Zeno. So all right, so you already said that you think he had one of the best years over the past year since he came out of jail. And like when you think of like a top 5 list for rappers in general, or the time period, all time, what are like, I want to say like key factors that play into you being a top 5 artist?
Over what time period?
Just in general. But since we're talking about if he's a top 5 currently, I say over the past 6 to 7 months, what would make you a top 5 rapper in today's music?
Like I said, the influence, the people doing shit like how you do it, like, you feel me? He always been that. He always gonna continue to be that. Cause you feel me? That the music, I feel like a lot of people music not on his level. Like the shit he be speaking about don't be on his level. Just like the image for real. Like I see him pop up on my feed all the time. Like
exactly.
Just that.
Right. I see him
like his name, like he got the big features like the Kendrick. You feel me? Like the Kendrick feature. He on Gunna album. He on multiple people albums for real. And all his verses is solid on all their albums too.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So like, I agree with everything that you were saying. That's why I was feeling like that this past year, and it was an Instagram post that made me think of, not an Instagram. It was a Facebook post that made me think about this. It said, "So y'all taking Kodak Black over Lil Baby?" And me personally, right now, I would take him over him because you got to play into the fact that Lil Baby ain't dropped no album this year yet. Now I'm not saying that if he did drop an album, Kodak would still be better. I'm not saying that because Lil Baby is also an on-demand artist, and you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt that he's coming from a powerhouse city and a powerhouse label. QC got the Migos, Lil Baby, City Girls on there, and he the top runner right there. And you know, Atlanta, if you ask me, runs the music game too. But history also plays a fact into it. Now, Kodak Black, I know he had this 1 year, but years previously he was getting locked up. He was losing momentum, gaining momentum, having allegations and shit like that. But like you said, influence plays a big role. When Kodak Black came out of Florida, I don't care how many rappers it was before him. When he came out of Florida, it changed the game.
Right. Everybody
Exactly. Just like
him.
Chief Keef. When Chief Keef came out of Chicago, everything changed around Chief Keef. So like, and I'm not saying Lil Baby not a game changer, but you before Lil Baby, it was Gucci Man.
Yeah, and with the Atlanta shit, I think Atlanta shit, it's so many other people that you can't just put him ahead of, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Everything right there. Kodak, you can put him ahead of everybody in Florida because everybody, you can see the influence off of him through everybody that came out of Florida after him. You feel me?
Exactly.
Everybody in Atlanta seem like the people that come up and do their own thing, they really got their own flow. They do like Gucci, Dub, you feel me? They all different type of artists. They just all hot, you feel me?
Yeah, because they all support each other, unlike other places. That's
Right.
why Atlanta is such a big powerhouse. And to end your segment before we pass it to Matt Tay, tell everyone that's going to be listening who you think the top 5 is currently in rap music now. Not your personal list, just like if you can go off of your criteria or what it takes to be a top 5 artist right now.
Right, like I said Young Boy, Baby, who else I said? Lord Dirt, Kodak, and if Shiesty was home, I think he'd be top 5 too. But I had to put on. It's hard to pick that fifth one because it's so many niggas you can put up there for real.
I mean, one name I didn't hear you say is Future.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just thinking about that, but I was like, I don't know if I want to put him in the mix of the young niggas for real because he is.
Yeah.
I throw Future in there. I throw Future in there because he definitely with that "Wait for You" and his album that just dropped. I put him in there.
Yeah. So that's a cool list. So you said Young Boy, Dirt, Lil Baby, Kodak, and Future.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep that one. All right. Now, Matt Tay. All right. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked him. So when you think about a top 5 artists or top 5, I would say top 5 artists in the rap game right now, what do you feel like is the criteria to make yourself a top 5 artist in today's music?
Well, shit, I feel like the shit really, I don't know. I feel like as far as like, I don't really feel like social media gimmicks and shit, like, you feel me? Of course, the nigga gotta have clout and all of that shit, you feel me? But that's also like, you feel me? I think popularity is like kind of, we all kind of know that, you feel me? That's kind of number one for real. And also, you feel me? I just feel like a nigga gotta be popping, you feel me?
Right.
And even on some, like, your music gotta be, you feel me? You ain't really gotta be living what you saying, you feel me? Most of the time in this shit now, I feel like, you feel me? The shit, niggas gotta be kind of spitting some hot shit and shit got to be kind of sounding different. You need to have your own unique sound. You feel me? I definitely get Kodak that. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. I respect you for putting you in your top 3 for real, but I'll put him in my top 10 for real because I see I was, you feel me? Listen to what y'all was saying for real. Everything niggas was saying was hitting on point for real. I just feel like for him to be in the top and, you feel me, in that caliber, like he kind of missing like some key factor points for real. He definitely was on, like you said, Kendrick album for real. I think he was on Mulatto album too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? like shit like that for real. The nigga definitely is. He's definitely a fucking like I forgot the word, but basically like what the fuck a pilgrim would be. You feel me? The nigga's a fucking like he's a chief key for real. You feel me? A pioneer, pioneer for real. Kodak really a pioneer for real. I just feel like, you feel me, no backlash against the nigga and shit, but him kind of going to jail and shit, that kind of rocked his legacy for real. I ain't saying he can't still be one of those niggas, because like obviously like Boosie did that shit, and them niggas is shit. I fucking put them niggas still in my fucking top 10 for real. You feel me? They old heads for real. But they still got their music popping to this day for real type shit through all these tribbles and tribulations.
Yeah, because to add on to that, fucking Gucci Mane is going fucking hard right now. That song he dropped with Lil Baby, that shit is fucking crazy. And like you said, I think you were trying to say that social media gimmicks and shit like that shit is way over now. And you know, a lot of people used to do it, and they will focus so heavy on having a social media gimmick, they will lose track of them. Like they'll lose track of actually making the music, because I tell myself this all the time. Your talent is not going to expire if you really hitting, but that clout, when your clout time is up, that shit is up. And it's crazy, because if you take account of in the past 4 to 5 years, how many times Kodak Black got locked up and he's still like up there, you feel me? A lot of niggas that get locked up like that, sure, they don't got nothing.
It's crazy. I was just watching an interview with him. He was like, while he was locked up, his records was going platinum and shit while he was doing his bit for real.
Right.
So like I feel like he's gonna be relevant regardless, dead or alive, to be honest too.
Yeah. It's just he got something that a lot of people don't got. Like, even I feel like if Kodak wasn't that talented of an artist, I feel like he'll still be like, I wouldn't say top 5, but if he wasn't that talented of an artist, I'll put him top 10 just off the strength of like how he's able to put his music out there and like basically an on-demand artist.
Yeah, like that, like to answer the question, like popularity, you feel me, penmanship. Like a nigga gotta be passionate about the shit, and a nigga gotta have his own his own style. What's the last one? Like probably like the nigga gotta be an influence too for a section. That'd be your own style mix, but the nigga gotta be an influence to the answer your question for it. And he kind of got all of those. He got all of those for. It's just like the backlash, and like you said, even him going to jail and shit, he's still relevant even without the shit for real. But it's just like it's kind of, I don't know, it's like 50-50 for real. I feel like every the fuck is the word? That all publicity ain't good publicity. You feel me? Say shit like that. I feel like that's all it is before that.
Right.
There's just be so much shit, though. It'd be so much shit.
Definitely respect that. Definitely respect that.
There definitely be so much shit for real. Niggas just be like, damn, you don't know what to believe for real. Say shit, you feel me?
Hold up, we got somebody in a discussion. They said top 10, yes, never top 5. I mean, all right, I'm gonna ask Mac Tay what his top 5 is in the rap game right now, and then I'll make my case once I name the top 5, and then we can all group back in. So, Mac Tay, so far in 2022, who's your top 5 rappers right now?
Top 5, fucking. Said I'm gonna have to definitely say
not a personal list, by the way, just top 5.
Yeah. This year.
So just based off the shit that dropped in 2022.
Yeah, I mean, it's still some artists that gain momentum from 2021, but when I count that, I count it from like November, December, because there's some people that drop shit in December and it transfer over.
Shit, I'm gonna definitely say I'm gonna definitely have to say Dirt, Young Boy. Who else? Dirt, Young Boy. Fucking Fabio Foreign. Yeah.
Okay.
Fabio definitely been talking that shit. Who the fuck else can I say? Hold on, let me go to the app one time.
Yeah. I ain't expect the Fabio Foreign one. That's a good conversation too.
You feel me? Because he had his rocky moment too, for real. You feel me? Like he definitely came back. I'm gonna say him, Pooh Shiesty. And,
okay.
Definitely Pooh Shiesty. And I'm gonna say B-Love too, for real. Because B-Love, came. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. When Nugo was at my crib, you know the situation type shit. But around that time, bro, I was really watching V-Love, Shay K, like a lot of these Brooklyn artists too come up from really, them niggas was really like at the bottom, and now them niggas is lit, bro. That shit was from a year ago to right now, gangster.
Right. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll give you that fair list. And the reason I'll give you the fair list because out of everything we was talking about, we also ain't talk about like how New York drill was taking over right now too. So I'll give you that. All right. So all right now,
that's for the Bronx too.
Yeah.
The Bronx drill is taking over the whole New York.
Mm-hmm. I don't really get into it, but I definitely do be like peeping a lot of shit. I just don't be knowing where them niggas from, but like they do be on some shit.
Nah, trust me, they definitely got a story, bro. They definitely got a story, bro. They shit is very interesting too. If you watch this shit, bro, they should be very interesting, bro. I'm gonna say.
All right, so now I'm gonna say my top 5 right now. I ain't gonna lie, I had to think about this a lot too because like I at first I had my top 5 and then I added Kodak Black Man. I was like, damn, how the fuck I forget about him? And I'm gonna explain my top 5 and this is my reason for it. So my top 5 right now, I had to say Dirt, Youngboy. They're both locks right there. I gotta put Kendrick on there just off the strength of him dropping that album. It might ain't sell what everybody thought it was gonna sell, but it definitely caught a lot of buzz with it. Then number 4, I'm gonna have to put Future on there because his album hitting too, not just Wait For You is also hitting, but I ain't gonna lie, what's picking up right now is that Puffin' on Zooty song. That shit hitting.
Yeah, they the top 2 on there.
And 5, I'm gonna throw Kodak Black in there. And it's some people that I didn't name, and I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't name Drake because I feel like if he's gonna drop an album that's not rap or is any other genre, I feel like you can't add him in the top 5 rapper because he's not really rapping right now. He's making what they call it dance house music. So that's why I didn't add him in there.